So my name is Konstantin and I cycled 15,000 kilometers from Germany to India, traveling through more than 16 countries, touching more than 30 universities, countless media events along the way, all of that to support the Safe Soil movement. I've also seen a lot of environmental destruction going on ever since I started traveling from an early age. And when I then studied geoecology and soil science, I realized that soil is actually the meta problem, which all these ecological issues they're connected to. But there was never anything I could do about it, except for maybe engaging in more and more research in university, which didn't really look like a promising perspective to me. So it was like a no-brainer for me to just take my bicycle and start cycling the road. I came in contact with the Safe Soil movement, which gave me a platform where I could suddenly, talk about soil and talk about something. So I thought, if I don't do it now, then when will I do it? Let's go to India! Woo-hoo! So the first couple of weeks when I cycled, I just shredded my knees. My legs were hurting like anything. So that was the hardest time of it all. So honestly, spreading awareness about safe soil, it was 95% just talking to strangers on the street. Because every day so many people would just come up to me and say, hey, that's cool, what are you doing? And what does the Safe Soil banner mean on the back of your bicycle?
So my navigation app has led me to this way. So let's try it out.
I met a lot of people, a lot of cyclists during the summer. Those were beautiful summer days in the first days in Europe. So as I was traveling Europe and then the Middle Eastern countries and in Pakistan, India, I saw different problems in different countries. And, a lot of times when I was cycling in Iran, which is like a very typical desert country, I was cycling through a desert for hundreds of kilometers, and then I was going into some area where the geology is still the same. The rocks, the whole geomorphology, everything is the same, but there they have a bunch of trees. So I'm like, huh, so it is actually working. Actually, there could be trees if we wouldn't have chopped them down, all of them, last, I don't know how many years. So I never really planned anything much either, at least not after like 2-3 months into the travel. I stopped planning because I realized that things are not really working out the way I planned them anyway.
Still no water?
I ran out of water a couple of times very badly. The first time was in Bosnia-Herzegovina. At that time, I was cooking my usual pasta in the evening, and then I realized after I poured the water into the pot, I realized, oh, this is actually my last water that I had. And tomorrow morning it's going to be another 70 kilometers until I reach the next city. Or until I reach civilization again, where there might be any cafeteria or anything to get water. So what I did then is I just got up very early in the morning at like 3 or 4 a.m. and started cycling and covered myself with a scarf to cover from the sun. Somehow I made it, and I was drinking like an elephant.
This valley would look like if there was no deforestation. All these beautiful trees were still here.
There was one guy that I met in Pakistan. His name is Javad, and he is the Safe Soil volunteer who helped me organizing all the Safe Soil presentations that I've done in Pakistan. That was actually the first time a Safe Soil campaign has ever happened in Pakistan. And we were just traveling the country for 2 weeks and just going from university to university to university. We were doing nothing else but Safe Soil campaign. One of the most unforgettable experiences is coming from Pakistan and crossing that Wagah border to India. And so many things just, they came up in my head about this whole journey in like 8 months, and now I'm finally here in India. It's been a very emotional moment for me for the journey. So the Safe Soil Movement is very important, and it's offering the most important solution to the most important ecological problem. Because if you look at it, like all these ecological problems, they're connected to the soil problem. You know, climate change, especially in the current context, climate change, water scarcity, loss of biodiversity, and also all the social consequences that result out of this, like world hunger, malnutrition, wars, migration, land conflicts, farmers' livelihoods. Everything is so connected to soil, but so few people even know about it. But if you just look at the statistics, that they say that 90% of the soil will be gone in just another 25 years from now, and it's basically the end of the world that the scientists are proposing there. So it doesn't take much brain cells, or it doesn't take much thought to know that this is not a world where we want to live in. We're actively heading towards the ecological disaster right now. So we want political leaders or influencers all across the world to come together and make this an issue and say something about this right now. Because otherwise it's not going to change, nothing's going to happen. Even Sadhguru made a post about me on Twitter because he saw about that video. That was, when I saw that, I had tears in my eyes. The most important movement that is happening on the planet right now, and it's offering the most important solution to the most important ecological problem.